Okay, what I'm doing here is we're preparing for a project to have an aquarium type top for my granddaughter's bedrooms. What I put in here is a deep pour epoxy. They're putting in a bunch of little pieces we collected from a trip to the local Walmart, and you can see all the pieces. Here I am mixing a second coat, and I think this is where I made my first big mistake. That first mistake was that I didn't mix the epoxy to the proper levels, and I came out later, had to drill this one out, remix it, refill it by putting holes in the bottom. It was an absolute nightmare, but I only did it on one of the two boxes. Here we're putting different pieces in, trying to get them to stick down. Actually, here you can probably see where my mistake is. One part, and never got around to putting the second part in. Brilliant. Here I'm mixing up a little bit of tint, different colored one, into Ray. She's the younger of the two granddaughters. We're mixing them both up at the same time. The girls are helping me back and forth. But we get that poured in, not a lot. And then I fight the floating toys frequently. A bunch of little ducks go in and so on. But then we let them sit. I should talk a little bit about why we're doing this. Is I wanted to be that grandpa that teaches them how to do things and be a doer instead of somebody who's passive. Here we're sanding a bunch, moving forward, and we got the buffing and the sanding and the buffing and the sanding. Now I've already milled this, and we're toward the end of this project already. You can see that it still needs more shine than that. You can see here that we're looking through the piece, and it still has a lot of those little scratches, but we're gonna fix that. Now, I've polished these up using the 3M Perfect It process, which is great. It's an automotive setting, but you can see how great this looks. I wish I would have turned this on its side and had it look more of an aquarium look from the side, but ultimately these go on top of a cabinet, which you'll see in this final section coming up here. Here we see the final versions of these. This one here is for Ray. And we've got her lights on a nice little battery pack. And then since Katie's had a little bit darker bottom, we went for a little higher output of lights. So we got some nice rope lights in this one. This is Katie's. But you can see when they're next to each other, they both look really nifty at night. So nice little cabinet / night light. I think the next project I do like this, we'll do it up on its side and we'll do more of an aquarium feel on it. But for a nice little bedside cabinet for my two granddaughters, I think we can call these done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. It really helps us. Thank you.